Let's look at some free agent cornerbacks that could wear purple. All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus Show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and free agency coming up hot and heavy in March. It's time to start diving in and looking at some players that could come home.
Truthfully, we probably should have done this about a week ago, starting looking at these positions the Vikings could be looking at when it comes to free agents, how to make this team better, especially this defense, how to make this defense better. Before we hop into the cornerbacks, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids. We are closing in on 8,900 subscribers. And, you know, if you're having a bad day, hit subscribe. You'll feel a lot better. Also, if you want to feel better, grab yourself a Liftbridge brew and put that thing to your lips and suck one down and suck about 10 more down. It's fantastic.
Graphic.
Make you feel great. A lot of sucking going on around here.
8,989, Matthew Hatchett. Hatchett, you're welcome. You're welcome for that.
Greatest receivers in Vikings history.
He's up there. Yes, let's talk cornerbacks. We're strictly talking cornerbacks. I mean, there's some damn good cornerbacks hitting free agency this year. We know that the Vikings have some limited amount of money, but we also know that they'll be able to finagle. They're going to get somebody good. They got to have to. Cornerback is number one on my list. For spending money, put it on a cornerback, a veteran cornerback.
No, we talked. They could definitely go cornerback round 1, pick 23. But then you got, basically 4 young guys who are going to be the top of your cornerback depth chart. You still got to have a veteran. So this position needs to be filled in free agency, maybe even twice.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. So Lupagus has 3. I got 3. Let's start off with, I don't think they're in any particular order, but here's 2 of our guys right off the bat. Lupagus has Mr. Isaiah Oliver.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's a theme to my guys. There's definitely a theme. Isaiah Oliver, 26 years old, 77.9 PFF grade. You look at what he's done. He's had some injury histories, especially 2021. He was having like a breakout season. Looked like he was going to finally fulfill. I think he was a 2nd-round pick. I think he tore his ACL. Last year, he allowed 26 receptions on 38 targets, had 28 tackles, 7 pass breakups, played primarily in the nickel. He's 26 years old, 6'1". There's still a lot of upside here with Isaiah Oliver, coming off his rookie contract, young, and also a guy coming back from injuries. That's going to be the theme of my guys here, but I'm pretty excited about this dude.
Well, Oliver, you say he pretty much played the nick. I mean, he plays outside. He plays safety. They put him in a ton of spots, which also help him fit the theme of Brian Flores, who wants guys that can do multiple things. So Isaiah Oliver, absolutely. And he's a ball hawk. And he can blitz too.
Do a lot of things.
Speaking of a lot of things, let's get Cam freaking Sutton. I'm going to mention this guy every damn episode almost until somebody else signs him. Hopefully it's the Minnesota Vikings, but we've said it all. I mean, he's 27. Look at his PFF. He's damn good. He's been a staple of that Steelers defense for the last 5-6 years. Coming off a fantastic season with Brian Flores himself. Can play inside, can play outside. And he's just damn good. He's a ball hog. Unfortunately, he drops a lot of interceptions, but you know what? He's there. He's knocking that fucker down.
He's getting his hands on those things. Yeah, you obviously want to come down with them, but if you're breaking him up, that's that's not too bad either. So Cam Sutton, definitely a guy who will be getting a lot of interest on the free agent market and should end up being at the higher end of the Viking spectrum if they go and pay somebody.
Yeah, I mean, is it fair to say that Cam Sutton is both our number one dream when it comes to free agent corners?
I would think so.
All right. Cam, come on. I hope he likes Brian Flores more than anything.
I'm sure he does. Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. Maybe they had a bad. I don't know. All right. Couple more guys. Here we go. Lupagus says Sean Murphy Bunting.
SMB. Yeah, Sean Murphy Bunting. PFF grade last year, 76.6. Pretty damn good. Allowed 22 receptions on 40 targets, 2 interceptions. 6 foot, 195 pounds. He's 25 years old. Like Isaiah Oliver.
I got him as 27. Is he 25?
That's what I have. I don't know.
I'm guessing you're right.
Maybe we have varying birth certificates here. He did have an elbow injury in 2021. He hasn't really been the same since then. Hasn't quite regained his form that he showed in 2020. But career-wise, 188 tackles, can come up and hit, 6 interceptions, got some ball hawk to him, broke up 21 passes in his career. So a lot to like here about Sean Murphy Bunting, another guy coming off an injury. Maybe you find this guy an improvement deal. I don't know. We'll see.
I feel I need to show my face here. I apologize. He's 25 years old. He's not 27. I am an idiot. I'm sorry about this graphic. It's going to be wrong the whole time.
It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with him is he started early in his career and then he just stopped starting. They're like, screw it, you're not good enough. He hasn't started that much lately. And the other thing is when you look at the Bucks and his guys is that they want to come back or need to come back, they're all saying goodbye. Good luck.
It's because he's been hurt.
Well.
He's been basically missed a year and a half because of this injury, been in and out of the lineup, hasn't quite been healthy. So if this guy can come back fully recovered and look like he did early in his career, the Vikings could find themselves a steal. So I'm thinking the most affordable option here may be SMB.
It might be, and don't get me wrong, I would be all for him. It sounds like his big thing is he's very, 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 very smart. He's just a very intelligent cornerback.
Okay,
we need some smarts with these youngsters.
We do, absolutely.
All right, I'm throwing a Hail Mary out there with old Greedy Williams. Greedy, I mean, he's just not lived up to what he was supposed to be. I mean, he was a second-round pick. I remember coming out of that draft, they were saying he might be the first corner taken. It was all about upside, Greedy, what he could be. But time at LSU, damn good in man coverage, dangerous ball skills, good hands, athletic. He's just been buried on that Browns depth chart, and he just doesn't play much, and he hasn't lived up to it. So I would see this, if they were even sniffing around him, it would just be like some depth, maybe some potential, maybe comes here on a 1-year deal. Let's see what old Flores can do with old Greedy because he's got a ton of talent.
Yeah, I was shocked to see he's still 25 years old. I thought he'd be way older. It feels like he's been in the league forever. He's not 27. So still a young buck, still some hope he can turn things around. I mean, his name is Greedy. How do you not want that?
It's Greedy, LSU, speedy as hell. I love it. Come on, home, Greedy. It's going to be very curious to see what somebody pays this guy.
Yeah.
All right, third one.
Yeah, Byron Murphy, another 25-year-old. Is that confirmed? Not sure.
You know what? I'm starting to wonder if I got their ages mixed around.
You know, of my guys on my side, this is the one I'm least excited about. He's got the lowest PFF grade. He missed a lot of last season. He had this lingering back issue that just kind of, again, he wasn't really 100%. He finally got placed in IR in December. But 2021 had a great year. Started off 16 games, 4 interceptions, a touchdown, broke up 12 passes, 64 tackles, and half a sack. So a guy who can attack you in a lot of ways. I think
half a sack. I think I went to high school with somebody with a half a sack.
Yeah, I think you did. And yeah, so I mean, a guy who can pretty much do it all. You can use him in different ways here. He can come up and blitz. He definitely is not afraid to tackle. Hopefully that back issue isn't a concern. But Byron Murphy, he was damn near, late first, early. He was a very, very early second, which is almost late first. But a lot of potential here. Young guy again, coming out the rookie deal, had some injuries. I'm looking for bargains here. Looking for guys Kwesi might identify as, Moneyball type of corners.
Moneyball, good movie. Yeah, Murphy, I mean, the crappy thing for him, you said it, he had an awesome 2021 season. And then he comes back this year, and it just like nobody knows what, like Greedy, like I said, what are they going to pay this guy? They're going to pay him based off what he did in 2021? I mean, what are they going to do? But he's been the Cardinals' number 1 cornerback. He's been their number 1, which I love. I love the fact that he's done it somewhere else. He can come here, and he probably would be our number 1 cornerback right off the bat. Again, he can play inside. He can play outside. I really like this guy. I just have no clue what he's going to command dollar-wise.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the dominoes fall. You know, who's the first one assigned to set that bar, and then where these other guys come who have these question marks. So the cornerback market, it could present a lot of value if, these first couple of guys don't have outrageous contracts.
Well, maybe we'll sign Cam Sutton right off the bat, set the market, and not give 2 craps about the rest of these guys.
We could do that too.
All right, well, we got to talk about Rocky Sin. I talked about him last night on the live. Lupagus wasn't overly excited about him. But he's another guy, kind of like Murphy. I mean, he's had some good years in the past. He absolutely has. Especially early on with the Colts. He was part of the trade. Who'd they trade?
Wasn't that a draft? Oh, are you talking to the Raiders?
Yes. So he's on the Raiders. Again, young. He can play man. He can play zone. He's very physical. And the reason I like him, everything you read up on him, as far as his free, he's going to be a bargain. He's going to be a bargain for what you get. Is he going to come in and be like a shutdown corner right off the bat? Hell no. But he's going to be good enough to be a guy that could start. I mean, I don't want to sign this guy for like 4 or 5 years by any means. I want some of these guys short term, except for Cam Sutton, career contract. But I mean, I'm just trying to be realistic with some of these. We're not going to love them all.
No, and my reservations with Rocky Sin is so I went on. We do Schooling with the Enemy, and I had the guy from the Colts come on from Bring the Juice podcast. And since then, I followed him on Twitter, and it just seems like a lot of times there they were bitching about Rocky Sin, like a lot of tweets, not very, very positive. So I think he maybe was a little bit like our Shannon Sullivan for them, just a lot of negative tweets coming out about him. So I think he had a little bit of a better year with the Raiders, but that's my concerns. That's where that comes from.
Yeah, everything you read, he had quite the bounce back season with the Raiders. A couple of years there with the Colts, he was it sounds like a mild, not disaster, but just not great. But he picked the right year to bounce back because he made some money and he is still young. And I can't believe I said, I mean, they traded him for Yannick.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I was way off.
Yeah, well,
I said Nwangwu.
I didn't hear you say a name. There's 6 cornerbacks the Vikings could look at. Let us know if you got some more in the comments. You know, I try to keep mine realistic. I think you did as well. There's some other bigger names out there too, but Vikings definitely got to bring in at least one guy, and I'm hoping they bring in at least a couple because this cornerback depth room is very, very young, very, very lacking of experience.
If they got one of these guys, I would call it a win. Considering that we're going to get somebody probably early in the draft. Let's go. Let's get some age back there, baby.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned age. You know why? Because I'm actually talking height. The average height of men in the world is 5'7".